Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Erin Clark. We have some breaking news to tell you about tonight. Live pictures, devastating pictures coming out of Watsonville tonight as clearly homes are on fire. Homes are being destroyed as we speak. We have the official confirmation of 9 structures, but clearly there are more than 9 involved. Record heat and dry conditions are fueling several fires burning along Highway 1 in Watsonville. Started out as 5 grass fires, but soon many of those fires burned together, and now 500 acres have been scorched. These are pictures, as you see, clearly structures are being affected. These are pictures from the Trabing fire. It has been dubbed the Trabing fire because of its proximity to Trabing Road.
I'm literally right here, stuck in the thick of it. A lot of smoke, a lot of heat, and I can tell you that the firefighters, what they told me, that they've got 3 things going against them: the heat, the wind, and very dry conditions is all working against them. I can tell you they're all out here right now fighting those terrible conditions.
Fire support is being sent from Monterey, Marina, Seaside, Salinas Rural, Carmel Valley, and North County. They are throwing as many resources at this as possible. 5 different fires burning in Watsonville along Highway 1. Look at that. Look at that. Amazing pictures coming out of Watsonville. Another home being destroyed. We're going to bring in now Action News reporter Brittany Nielsen, and this fire is personal for her. Her family's home is in jeopardy tonight.
My dad was in town. He was able to get home, and by last report, I understand that he's on our roof with a hose. It doesn't surprise me. That's his character to do that. So he is still at home. He did not leave. My mom is up above our house. She can't get to it. They won't let her in. But she is there kind of keeping track of things. I did hear that some of our pasture was on fire, but the last I heard, our home and our barn, fire trucks had come through and they sprayed something around the house, and they're in our driveway, just like I've been seeing at all these other places for so long now. So I was really comforted to know that they were there. The
dry fuels are also part of the issue?
This is new video that is just coming in from the field. This is off of Highway 1 at Buena Vista. One of our photographers just bringing this in. Look at that, Jim.
Yeah.
It's just an inferno out there. Of course, fueled by all of the dry brush, dry trees.
Yep, we've had one of the driest springs on record in all of California, really, and the winter was, below normal. So the precip has been a long time since we've had any significant rain, and these fuels are as dry now as they normally would be in around about late August, September.
Well, this is the frightening thing, Jim, is we are at the very beginning of fire season, and I cannot remember in my 10 years in California that we've seen anything like this early.
No, usually, it takes a long time for the hills to really brown up and the fuels to get dry, and this is going to be one tough fight this summer.
That's the clear shot of the fire right there. You see the air support going by. It's been very, very dedicated support there. My photographer and I were actually right on the median, just about a half mile away from here, and that's where flames just erupted. It was very crazy, and the flames were moving so quickly. It was right by the highway. In fact, about 5 or 6 helicopters and air tankers had to drop retardant and water just feet away from us because this fire was actually moving towards oncoming traffic, or traffic going through, going southbound on Highway 1. So again, it's just been pandemonium out here.
Third major fire to hit Santa Cruz County this fire season. This is a live look at the Trabing's fire, clearly destroying a home as we speak. It is scorched some 1,000 acres, but to be quite honest with you, at this point, it is those individual homes that are attracting, are tugging at the heartstrings for sure, because this fire sort of, there's not a solid fire line. It's sort of a very scattered fire, but it's certainly doing its damage.
Firefighters really prioritizing what they're able to save out here and what they're focusing their resources on. And there they are. They're behind me. This hillside short while ago just caught on fire again. They came out, put out the fire. It's been like that all afternoon. Neighbors helping neighbors. Firefighters on the ground trying to save what they could. Take a look. The fire was relentless, moving quickly, fueled by strong winds that engulfed this 100-year-old barn that was being remodeled.
They're losing a house. Houses over there just went up like matchwood. We're presently surrounded on all sides by fire.
A ground attack and aerial support moved in quickly to fight the blaze. Neighbors helping neighbors, trying to save what they could.
Everybody's been pitching in. We've been hauling hoses from property to property, ladders. We just hauled 5 horses out. I've never handled a horse before in my life. I just walked 3 horses out past the flames.
Conditions couldn't have been worse for firefighters. It's hot, it's dry, and windy.
We're up against very extreme fire conditions, the worst we've seen in Santa Cruz County in years.
Resources coming in from all around the Tri-County area, but they couldn't save everything. The 100-year-old barn, a pile of burning rubble.
Our priority right now is life and property, trying to protect the homeowners' homes the best we can.
For some reason, maybe it's my mind playing tricks on me, but this smoke just looks the blackest that I've ever seen it look. And so, I don't know, there were planes dumping on it, there were helicopters dumping on it, there were fire trucks running up and down the road. I think there was a van that must have been trying to turn around on Buena Vista Drive and he kind of pulled over too far and is stuck and blocking one lane, at least when I left. And I probably wasn't helpful either. I was blocked traffic for a minute to load one more horse, and it's one of those things where you just do what you have to do and hope for the best and trust the firefighters to do their very best, which I know they will, and that I've seen them do for, like I said, several weeks now.
You can see the smoke behind me, and I want you to pay attention to the darker smoke. I don't know if you can see that, but every time you see darker smoke, that is another property, a home, a house getting engulfed in the flames. We're told by someone who lives around the area that is definitely a home that he passed by earlier. Again, it's a very, very sad sight to see. It's very emotional for all these people who have been through a lot. As you were talking with Brittany, or as we were talking with Brittany, it's been a very heartfelt day. A lot of the community has pulled together, though. Red Cross has been driving around handing out water bottles to people, evacuees, firefighters, everyone who needs it.
Just so fortunate that we got what's most important to us out, and my dad actually stayed behind. And I talked to him just a little while ago, maybe about 15 minutes ago. He was putting out hot spots with a bucket from a pond next to our house. He had been on the roof with a hose. A fire engine had been there in our driveway, kind of keeping things, I don't know exactly, I wasn't there, but they were kind of keeping an eye on things, doing what they could. My dad said it came up to our back door. So he is still there doing what he can.
Highway 1 is shut down. You are, for all intents and purposes, trapped.
Yes, Aaron, that's exactly right. We're actually trying to take a local road because Highway 1, as you said, has been shut down in both directions. But it seems like everybody else is also trying to take local roads. It's been an absolute nightmare here. Like you said, we've been trying to get down Aptos from Santa Cruz. So we've been on SoCal Drive the entire way. But again, it seems everyone else is also taking this way. Just to get maybe 7 miles, it's taken us like an hour and 20 minutes just to move that far. Of course, the rush hour is making that worse. Now, drivers seem completely exasperated. We've had some drivers look at our news van and throw up their hands in the air as if to ask, what are we supposed to do with the highway shut down like this?
And Stephanie, just so you know, we're looking at a live picture right now that shows the traffic, which is essentially a parking lot. Nobody going anywhere. So you can continue. I just wanted to give you some perspective that that's what we're seeing. It's just a line of cars going nowhere.
Exactly. Especially southbound 1, you're just seeing nobody moving anywhere.
Right. What about the hospital? What can you tell us about that?
Right. Well, right now the fire is bordering the hospital, but firefighters have set up a secure perimeter around it so that they're not issuing any evacuations for the hospital. I can't really say that I've grasped the entire picture of how enormous this is and how many people it's affecting. It's hard to look at the big picture. It's
hard for all of us to look at the pictures, and our hearts and prayers are with you tonight. Brittany, thank you so much. I know it's a difficult time, so we thank you for sharing your experiences with us tonight. To recap right now, you are looking at a live picture of the Trabing fire, so named because it was a small grass fire that started off Trabing Road in Watsonville earlier this afternoon. It was actually 5 grass fires that all grew together and is now at about 1,000 acres. 2,000 people have been evacuated. Larkin Valley Road between Marmonte and Buena Vista, Airport Boulevard between Freedom Boulevard and Highway 1, Calabasas Road, White Road at Freedom, all of those areas have been evacuated. Mandatory evacuations. CAL FIRE, of course, throwing everything at this fire that they can, but clearly they have a long way to go and that this is nowhere near any kind of containment. It is a perfect storm of conditions, to be quite honest with you. A lot of fuel, very hot temperatures, and shifting winds. We will be following this story as it develops through the evening. We will be back with updates for you and, of course, have the very latest for you on Action News at 10 and 11. We'll see you then.